monthly meeting for the year. We heard there's some VIP movement in the city, so I guess those of us who've been here already have kind of reached here very fast because of that. You would have found very little traffic, and then there are some of us who are all stuck on the other side of the easy traffic, so they're on the way. And I guess it's also holiday season, so we in the EC we were debating whether we should have a monthly meeting or not. So we said no, let's have a monthly meeting. We know it's holiday time, but for those of us who have not gone for a holiday and who also experienced the conference, I think it's important to make something special for those of us who are back here, right? So welcome once again. So today's event will be largely, we'll start with a very quick recap of the conference. We have the conference vertical leads here who will present a very short 1 or 2 slides on how it went. And okay, how many of us attended the conference here? Yeah, we've almost been there, right? So here's an opportunity to actually relive that in a very, very short, quick, capsulated way. And then after that, we hand over to our partners for the evening, Fuller Life. So we said it's year-end and New Year's here, so we should have some fun. No serious presentation, so we are going to have serious fun. So while we kick that off, I'd invite my colleagues to come over and make their respective presentations. Would you like to start, Ranjan? Yeah, so I've got it organized. Ranjan, over to you.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be back here, and I will share with you about what exactly happened at the HR Showcase, which has now become the signature event of the Bangalore chapter. And true to its word, we had a good time, even this year also. As you know, that this is a platform which has been provided by the Bangalore chapter for the various stakeholders of the HR community, be it the corporate, be it the social responsibility side, be it the startups, be it the students, the academia, and the service providers to come and showcase their best practices, products, and services. So we had competitive categories for all the categories except for the service providers. We had, of course, 3 winners for the corporates and also introduced the runners-up this year. Besides, we also had winners and runners-up for each one of the other categories. It's got bigger and better like ever before. As you can see that we had 104 entries for the corporate HR best practices, of which 46 were showcased in the finals. 22 CSR best practices enlisted for the competition, and 10 of them were showcased in the finals. 42 HR startups, and 11 of them showcased into the finals. 31 HR service providers showcased their products and services. 12 research papers were entered the competition, of which 7 came into the finals. And about 22 business schools innovation practices were entered, and about 9 of them came into the finals. We had 2,000 plus visitors and footfalls over the last over the 2 days. We of course started in September, October, had the prelims in the month of November, and the finals happened on the 9th and 10th at Bangalore. So these are the winners, which has already been published. I don't think, do you want me to read? Just keep it there for a minute. So we had good representation from the corporate industries, from the manufacturing, from the service, from the sales organizations, and from the IT organizations, and people from across the country. We had nominations from Noida, from Gurgaon, from Calcutta, from Bhubaneswar, from Coimbatore, from Gujarat, from Mumbai, Tamil Nadu, Mysore, and of course Bangalore. So we really enjoyed hosting this, and we thank all the participants for their support and all the visitors who came. And we would like to ensure that this grows even bigger and better in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Ranjan. Could we have the tech update coming up next? Manish?
Thanks. So good evening, everybody. I'll give you a quick update on the technology work stream. The purpose of the stream was to ensure that we accentuate and enhance the impact of the whole conference. The brief from Bala for us was very, very clear and simple. 2 things essentially. Number 1, We have to make sure that there is a wider reach and access to the rich content which the conference is creating to the larger mass, who are not able to attend this conference personally or physically. Number two, make sure that the tenets of the Bangalore chapter, which is engage, contribute, and inspire, come to real life, okay, through the use of technology. So this is something which we attempted to do. What we did was, there was an NHRD National Conference app which was brought to life during that time. There were more than 1,000 downloads, which is incredible. It hasn't happened in any of the other chapters so far. The app, I'm sure, I hope some of you had used it. Did somebody use it? Okay, so only few hands have gone up, so you are not representing those 1,000 people majority. So, the app had the functionality of ensuring some of the basic information which was always at your fingertip, which was about the agenda and the speakers, but more importantly, it also, provided a platform to people to engage through various polls, through various conversations. In fact, on the conversations page, there was a live Twitter feed which was appearing. So, there was a lot of conversations happening, during that time. And also people had the chance and opportunity to interface with the delegates whom they liked. There was a functionality in the app which was built, supporting that. There was a live web streaming which happened of the event on both the days of the main conference. We had, I hope the numbers, yeah, so 3364 page views, both the days. The conference was viewed by not only people in India, but also outside India. So there were people from US, from UK, from Japan, Singapore, Saudi Arabia, and also I was surprised to see a country, Nepal. It was also there, who accessed this. In India, again, most of people were in Bangalore, but a substantial number of people also joined the conference from Delhi, from Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata, so various places in India as well. So total 3364 views during the 2 days. And the last one was, there was a lot of buzz created on the social media, especially Twitter. We were one of the strongest trending subjects between 30th of November and 9th of December. The numbers are, kind of eye-pop, they are in front of us, more than 1,500 tweets, 6,21,000 plus direct reach, and more than 36 lakh potential impressions. So I think it was incredible what our students who were working, there was a small team which was working on this, were able to pull this through. So I think overall this is some of the benchmarks which this conference has set, and I'm sure it will help the whole Bangalore chapter to again further raise the flag higher and again pitch in for the best chapter for this year. Yeah, over to Bala. Shall we call Bala? Okay.
Thank you. Thanks to NHRD, we had this wonderful opportunity of hosting the pre-conference between the 3rd and the 6th of December. Learning is very close to my heart, so I think it just happened that, I would say it's called serendipity or whatever you call it. It just happened that I came over and then Bala got me into this trap of managing the pre-conference, but nonetheless, I think the 3 months between September and December was wonderful. We did have some painful moments, and I would always write to him, say, hey, I'm anxious about some level of response or whatever, and through all the pain to him. But nonetheless, I think subsequently we have been able to manage to pull off a very, very good sessions over the 3 days, 4 days, I think. We had about 315 participants for the multiple programs that we had. I think the range of responses were from wow to say, hey, this has been a great learning experience, and some of the technological stuff which was there. I mean, people from Wellinkar as well as Narsimunji College, the professors who went there were also feeling that the innovation, the GE immersion programs were very, very well received. So I just want to thank Bala and NHRD for dumping this problem on me. I think it was a good, enjoyable period for me as well. So just to give you a brief, I think we had great learning events. The faculty were great. Even the participants enjoyed the outcomes of the programs. So we had masterclass sessions, flagship programs, fireside chats, and industry immersions. We just try to bring in as much variety of programs as possible to ensure that all levels of the professionals, including some of the academicians, would be able to participate and enrich themselves. So we had this variety of programs. I'm not getting into all the details, but the social media recruitment was essentially for the recruitment fraternity. I think we had about 32 people, and where Michelle was wonderful in organizing not only this particular program where she was the faculty, but I used to see all her responses at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and trying to respond to all the mails that were there during the course of the day. She managed the back end very well, and special compliments to Michelle for doing that. I mean, she really did a wonderful job. Then we had this program at IBM, that was the immersion program at IBM. This is one of the showcases of IBM, Watson, all the analytics platform, and how HRs could be transformed. And people found it very, very thought-provoking is what I would say. We also had a similar program at GE, again another immersion program led by Mohan Chandra of Wellinkar. He was a professor there, and he said he enjoyed it. I mean, he's essentially in charge of innovation and creativity or whatever it is. But if a person at his level is able to enjoy and understand the new technologies that are being there, and I'm sure all the other participants who were there on that day would have equally found it great, wonderful experience. Future-proofing your career was done by, I mean, it's essentially an HR competency model which was initiated by NHRD earlier on. I think they had a newer version which came in. Pallab and Vidhi also did a great job that day. We had about 45 people participating. A lot of the youngsters were there, and I think it did give them perspective of what they need to do to improve themselves and keep their careers very strong ahead. We had 2 flagship programs thanks to the Parampara Institute headed by PM Kumar, Natarajan, and Bhuvana Chakravarti. I think 3 of them really took the brunt of creating the program and running it through with 2 professors from EDI, Dr. Sunil Shukla and Dr. Dwivedi. They run the program. It was initially planned for 2 days, and then we had to cut it short for various reasons. But I think the participants found it very, very innovative, and the idea was to give them a spirit of entrepreneurship. It was, how do we build in entrepreneurship within the organization, a spirit of entrepreneurship within the organization. So that was very well received. We also had a program for culture, developing a culture of entrepreneurship amongst the HR folks. This was done in collaboration with the NS Raghavan Institute Center for Entrepreneurship and Leadership, in collaboration with the institute at IIM Bangalore, basically anchored by Vasanti, Professor Bhagatullah, and Sri Vardhini Jha. Those 3 of them did it. We also had the good fortune of having Pratik there, Pratik Kumar from Wipro, as well as Shrikant from CSE there, giving their perspectives as to how they evolve